Hey fellas, what are y'all doing? We just spent like 45 minutes doing a Brian Koberger. We're on the second end of the fire chat, and we're going to talk a little bit about two cases real quick. We spread a little light. I really want to talk about one case in particular, uh, which I feel y'all know I was there Valentine's doing some searching. Sebastian and Drake Rogers, but I want to throw Summer Wells in here too a little bit because that's part of our upcoming search. So I'm going to sit over here and relax a little bit, guys, because my back is hurting and I'm tired. So allegedly, in my opinion, I could sit here and wave. I just wanted to sit back for a minute. I'll be right here and chat a little bit. But allegedly, in my opinion, these are my theories, my thoughts, my speculations, my free speech. I'm a big alleged bubble, remember? Don't take it as fact, take it as a grain of salt. There's a little fact in here, a little fiction, right? Not all salt. You know, some of it's chocolate, some of it's salt, right? We'll say that. But salty chocolate, like caramel. They call it sea salt, maybe, right? But y'all's comments, y'all's alone, not to reflect channel. We do our research together because we are a big-hearted little family. We are little, but we got big hearts here. And I love that about us, right? It does help us be a big family. And I love all y'all guys. And Ruby does too. And trigger warning times 100 million. Y'all's comments, of course, are y'all's, you know. Y'all know how it goes. I already said it. I'm not saying I'm tired, I'm half asleep, but I got the fire going, so I need to keep going. But anyway, I really want to say, while I was down there, I didn't have time to really visit this time because it was cold and I was like, I only had a limited amount of time. I only had like 5.5 hours, 6 hours, so I was trying to hurry and I knew I should have waited, but I wanted to just, the more I could search the better. I thought it was very important. It's a holiday. It's something I wanted to do for the holiday, so I did it, and I'm glad I did it. We found a few things. As y'all noticed, that trash bag ended up having some blankets in it, some Minecraft stuff in it, sheets, pillows. Then it had another little like Cookie Monster with like a princess and Bella Princess and all the Disney characters on it. And I don't know, it was just that stuff in a bag. And the other one was like a gaming station. Like, I don't own those. I don't play those gaming things like Xbox and PlayStations and all that. But that's what was in that one box. So I don't know. We don't know. We found some blue jeans and a sock in the water hole by Bigfoot's home. We found a shoe, but it wasn't, it wasn't nothing that was, needed to be filmed. But my main focus was to go back to that hole. Y'all know that I wanted to go check that hole. I still got like 4 videos I haven't even released yet, which I'm going to. I gotta upload them first, and I didn't want to overload because they take forever. So I'm gonna load a few at a time, and I'll post them here and there that over the next few days. But we have to keep doing this, right? This young man needs us to keep doing it, keep looking. And I'm so proud to see there's so many people out there making their rounds, doing their things. We saw one of the news people, the ladies from the news. I think it was like Nashville news, maybe. I don't even know, but it was that dark-haired lady. We saw her with a friend walking. Like they had a little camera, but it was on like a pole thing. I don't know. They were doing something. I don't know if they were doing a thing for the news or what, but I know that's a newly developing. Like they're just now. I think they have one part of a house up, and I don't have a whole house up. It's going to be, I showed you where the sidewalk dead end. Like, they haven't even finished it. Like, just now getting the neighborhood fenced in and the area, like, to the right of all that woods is getting built, right? Remember we saw the rocks with the red flags? They're just now starting to run, like, I guess, water lines, sewer lines, things like that to build the neighborhood. So I wanted to check those areas because I knew that they were going to start being developed on. And before, we can't check them, I might as well check them. So our plan is next, we're not going back there. We're going back to the Easy Days area where the manholes were and the black shirt was found and things. And we're going to go back to that similar area because I got an area that I found and discovered that there's actually a sink water hole back in there about 1,000 yards back in there. And it's like a 60 foot deep, 70 foot deep. And it's like, if you didn't see it on the newer map, a newer Google Earth, a NASA app satellite photo, like you wouldn't even know it was there. I discovered it on a new app, and it wasn't on the 2022. It didn't show up on that thing until 2023 November. So it hadn't been there long. It'd been there about a year, I guess, a little over a year. So I don't know, but I know it's off of Highway 40, and so I don't know. It's worth checking. I want to go check it, see what we can discover, if anything. I knew I should have kept going that day, but all those people were following us and just being really rude, and I was just like, he was filming me, he wouldn't stop. I had to pause the video, tell him to stop, tell him to back up, like tell him he was bothering my dog. You know, they were trying to call the cops on me. They were just being, I don't know. And then the cop, of course, didn't do nothing. He's like, you're not doing nothing wrong. You have permission. You have all your stuff, all your paperwork. There's no need for me. He even subbed to my channel, right? Which was cool. So luckily, nothing came of that. But, you know, it's just people like that really get on your nerves, right? So there's some areas I want to go back to. I'm just going to go the other side. I'm not going to go back to that side with what you call the nosy neighbors, because I'm sure they're sick of people all over the place, flying drones. I'm sure it gets old. When you're retired, you're in your late, 60s, early 70s. You don't want all these people out with dogs and drones and all these spotlights and flashlights and cameras, and they don't like all that stuff. And so I understand that. I got to respect them in a way, but that particular day, I didn't have my camera or my drone, none of that. Oh no, I did have the drone going, but I didn't have, I was using my phone that day. And so it felt like I had a whole bunch of equipment, right? But I don't know, something they didn't like. They didn't like me. They didn't really start on me until I got to that manhole, right? That sewer manhole. That's the one with the cracked lid. That's when they started getting on me. And that's why I was like, man, I want to go back and sneak back through the opposite direction where I don't have to come out of that brush line and then they can't see me. That's my plan. And I'm not going to say what day I'm going to do it, but, I am going to go back. But I just wanted to touch base a minute because, there is some new people watching Sebastian videos now. And, Sebastian Wade Jake Rogers was 15 at the time of his vanishing on February the 26th, 2024. He has autism. He's on the spectrum. I always say he's a special child. He needs extra special attention. Because, of course, they do, right? But we know he could play chess. We know he wasn't, he was smart. He wasn't one of these that's not smart. He was smart. He always had a smile on his face. And we know that, she had went to eat that Saturday at Costco's with him for dinner. She had taken him out all weekend. So we know they're at Costco's, okay? Then the next day they're at BJ's. I don't know what they need all these wholesale places for so many times in a weekend, but I mean, the poor kid does not look like he's eating too much. So maybe it was her food, I don't know. But 2 wholesale places, come on. She made spaghetti pancakes, he had Palazzo popcorn. He did all those things. He went to Strike and Spare. This was all that weekend, and they I don't know. They went to the Texas Roadhouse. Then he came home on Sunday, February 25th, and then he supposedly took out the trash, and then was last seen like right around 9, a little before 9, going down the hallway by his mother, and then that's it. Then now we know that there's another witness involved, which we don't know who it is yet, but someone on February 26th in the early morning hours. I mean, it's Nick Bear's put it out, the FBI is putting it out, so it's more than one source that they got it from the sheriff's department. So we know that, and the FBI, that the child was seen on February 26th. And now it's to try to figure out who's this witness, who's this person that saw this young man. Why haven't they put it out? Why was there an Amber Alert but no vehicle tagged to it? If you think he was abducted. Like, I'm wondering if all that's just what they were saying in the beginning, thinking the total opposite. Because really, they have kept everything so tight-lipped. They've been upset when things have leaked. Like the Tinkerbell video. There's so many things that's really bothered them. in this, and they're battling back, and they're telling you don't believe and don't show videos online and don't this, that, and the other. They're not saying that he was barefooted. Sheriffs won't say that. Also, Sonny Weatherford on that February 27th little short clip that Peyton was filming him, asking him questions. He said they can't even verify what Sebastian was wearing. So I'm wondering, why is the FBI flyer saying this, but he's saying that? We know they searched the landfill right away. We know they had to have got that warrant within the first 3 or 4 days to be able to search it by March 4th, because that weekend was in there. So we know somewhere they had to have applied for that warrant before the weekend. You know what I'm saying? To make it. So they have evidently applied for a warrant right away. And that was due to what they had learned in the first few days of the investigation. So they learned a lot in the first few days, but we don't have the answers yet. But they learned an awful lot, according to them. So what do they know that we don't know, right? And I've always kind of wondered that. But maybe it'll all come out one day. I don't know. I hope and pray so. But there's just so many things that don't add up, so many things that they said that we look back on. Then the interviews with the parents, waiting 8 days to talk, never begging for this child. Only the bio father has begged for this child. The mother never begged. She just gave the 3 simple phrases that I think have a lot of meaning. What was it? We love you. We want you to come home. You're not in trouble. That's not something that you say. You don't say 3 negatives when you're trying to beg your child to come home. They never showed any empathy or heartfelt for this young man. They call it the stepfather, of course, we know CPS was involved in this case and his ex-wife's case with his real biological daughter, Faith. And he was tied up in that court, tied up in this court. Most likely had been put out of the home by Sebastian, calling CPS the amount of times he had called them lately. So it tells me that the abuse was getting worse. If Sebastian was reporting more and more, then that means it was getting worse, and that's how red flags form. He was getting more and more aggressive. I guess he was getting more and more abusive to Sebastian. The phone calls were coming more. I think, like I said, I guess CPS had him on speed dial, probably. He said that lady had been at the house before, so we know there's numerous times at CPS. I mean, he's sitting there calling Sebastian a liar. He's abusing Sebastian with a belt. He's admitting it on TV. He wouldn't take a lie detector test. Katie took one and supposedly, I guess, was told to pass immediately, which you don't ever get answers that quick. But look how long it took Seth to get his answers. He did his on Nancy Grace with a professional FBI guy, and it took a while to get his results back. It's not something that happens that fast, but they will say whatever they want to say. I get it. The police can stretch the truth. I don't think she passed it. I think she looked too nervous to pass it. I think she almost slipped on the 8th day. Imagine in the beginning. She probably really slipped in that thing. But I don't know. Just my alleged opinion. So don't, just take it as my alleged big bubble. But trigger warning times 100 million too. But Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers deserves answers. And that's why so many people are searching for him. He's touched so many hearts. And his little smile, it's hard to not think about him when you think about that little smile, right? That's the thing. And it just, he didn't seem to ask for a lot. He didn't seem, we don't know what he felt like inside, of course, because we didn't know Sebastian, but we know a lot about him now, but only what's being told, right? We have to really look at the overall picture, and so many things don't add up, and I think that's what caught everybody. They say we want to speculate. Oh, y'all just speculate and y'all just start drama, and but we base it on what we're told. When you're told very little, you're going to speculate a little. Even if you're told quite a bit, you're going to speculate a little. But it's not really speculation. It's more of we're trying to figure out what happened and trying to find the truth. I know they don't come out and say it that way, but it's what we're doing. This is why we search. This is why we do these things, why we dig, why we investigate cases, is because we want to find the truth. And I've always felt that the 4 are involved. I think a lot of people feel that the 4 are involved. And I feel that the truth will come out. I think they have enough. I think they've always had almost enough. I think they've just needed that last piece of the puzzle. And I do feel that it's coming. I think that by the time you go through the court systems and go through the secretive, is that what they call it? Secretly or secretive grand jury and do all these, it takes a while. They had to compare CPS over here with CPS over here. They're doing an investigation. They're trying to do everything. They're trying to find this young man. They just look at Suzanne Simpson. They got her husband. They got the weapons. They got a lot of things that he used, but they still postponed it again this past week. On Wednesday, they postponed it again for another 30 days. They're trying to find her. They have enough, but they still want to find her. It's the same way here. They probably have enough, but they want to find him. They know if they go ahead and charge these people, it's going to be just like little Caleb Collins. They're not going to really look for him anymore. I hate to say that. They charged that mom, and ever since then, they've looked a few times, but that poor little 1-year-old deserves to be found. You know, it's kind of like they get pushed to the side when they charge someone without the bodies being found. And yes, it's a wonderful thing to get justice, but we still need to find this young man to get the truth. We're going to go by what they say or what they've investigated and they have on film or have on tape or have on cell phones or Wi-Fi pings or whatever it may be. I think here it's a Tinkerbell video. I think they got Tinkerbell red-handed, but I somehow think that Stinky Foot is involved too. I think that his family's involved. It's going to take at least 4 to get this done, I think, in the correct way. And then again, they might have done it with 2. They're both military smart. They might have just been them too. I don't know. But I do know that he still needs to be found, regardless of the outcome. Because we know if they arrest him, they're never going to talk. They're not dumb. They know they have a better shot of getting off if they don't have him than if they do. So I feel that they'll just keep their mouth shut, like Harmony Montgomery's dad did, and that one they'll just keep their mouth shut. They may talk a little, but they'll stay shut up until it gets closer to trial, and then they'll probably talk. But in the beginning, we won't really know about it. You know, being both military, we might not even see the trial. Depends. But you know, there's so many red flags, so many. Starting from that night at the Roadhouse, the footage we've seen there, how she acted so weird. And supposedly now the rumor is she took a picture of him eating because of salad dressing now. She's trying to come out with all this stuff. So now he's 15 and never ate salad dressing before. I kind of find that hard to believe that most 15s have already been eating ranch dressing for a long time. Right? I mean, you know, I don't know if that's the case, but I don't think she would have shoved that camera in Seth's face and said, look, he's fine, to show him salad dressing. I think that was more of a proof of life type thing she was utilizing, kind of like she did the dash cam, kind of like, I'm wondering what that dash cam holds too. They probably went back months before that. What do you think that dash cam holds? Chris ever came home and got in that car, you know he was hurt on that dash cam. And that's what I'm wondering. Can they put him there if he was supposed to be out? It's allegedly, if he was put out by CPS and he came in any of that time and was in that car, that dash cam would have got him. I'm wondering. There's no telling what they've got, guys. They might have a mountain of shit. Sugar one. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say that. But you know what I mean? They might have. And I don't know. They just keep on going. They keep, you know, living their best life, eating barbecue, chicken wings, whatever they eat all the time, burgers or biscuits and gravy, cornbreads and gravy, whatever. I don't know, whatever they eat. I mean, they're just going to keep eating themselves away, I guess. I guess that's the, you know, the guilt. I don't know, but, you know, the $150s are flying, so who knows? But I don't know. I can't wrap my head around how, oh, that was just ash, how they can, oh, we're losing our fire. Ooh, I got a big one right here. I'm putting it in there. Oh, yeah, guys. There we go. How about that? That's a good, that thing will probably burn all night. Probably shouldn't have put that big one on this late, but there's got to be something, guys. We searched our butt off in that cold weather. Ruby got cold. She's still laying down. She's not bugging me because she's been really tired. She got out a little bit today. We made a couple videos today, but I haven't posted them yet, only because we kept getting rained on. And last night I got in late, but I was going to do a video last night, but it was raining. And so I couldn't, guys. I'm sorry about that. But I did that in my bum this morning because that Facebook post. I wonder how much meaning is to that, because this was put out by some kind of trafficked missing person like club that put this post out of this lady on Facebook. So I'm still digging. I'll do one tomorrow morning on it. I'm waiting on a couple of emails to come in, and I'll put one together. But anyway, Sebastian, the truth has to come out. And, you know, we want this young man found. I think a lot of people's hearts are in the right place. Like I said, I've spoke to a few neighbors. The neighbors, I've been communicating with one neighbor now a little bit, which is wonderful because we're just exchanging a few emails. It takes a while sometimes to build up that little friendship, you know, of trust. You know, a lot of people want to use people's names because, oh, so-and-so, you know, I don't do that. And I think they know that now. And I have a few of the people that live in that neighborhood and another lady that lives down the street that are very nice people, and they just want justice for this young man too. And they all have their theories, right? The one lady's theory, I'm never going to say your name, I promise, but the one lady's theory is that something happened that morning when she left that house in the dark like that. Well, just barely whatever. Like, it was pretty dark outside. It was getting light, but not full light yet. I don't know. Everybody has their theories. Some people think that he was gone before midnight. But the other two people that I've been working with seem to think that it's around that 3 a.m. mark. And one of them really thinks that that's Christopher Proudfoot. And you know, about the Wi-Fi pings and all that stuff, which I don't know. I don't really talk about that a lot because I don't know. I don't have it. And y'all know me, I don't like to talk about things unless they've kind of been vetted. Like, we'll speculate sometimes, but I'm not a big speculator. I try to take what they give us and twist it and turn it and put it to where, is this what they meant? Or, you know, or look at it this way. Hey, don't look at it this way because they're trying to debunk that. Let's look at it. Why would they be trying to debunk it, right? What does it show that they're scared of? And that's kind of what I try to do with it. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think something good will come out of this. I really do. I feel that a lot of people are already on the page of knowing that something's coming. It's good to see some FBI profilers and some other people putting out that this will not end up like Summer Wells. But I still think Summer Wells' case will be solved. I want to keep the faith because we're going this summer. We got a book trip already. Everything is good. We're going to be there. We're going to search. We're going to end up searching 7 days. And I think we can cover a whole lot of ground in 7 days. I've been pushing on some guys today to get the trailer house, the other little small travel trailer, because I had to switch to my small travel trailer because I had to let my buddy in California use my big one because he don't have a house right now because of the wildfires. But I'm just taking basically everything that was in that one and hooking it up in this one. So yes, it kind of set me back a month, but it's okay. We'll be ready by the time we go. So that's all that matters. It just won't be as big and won't have as much space in there. But it's just me and Ruby, and I think 2 people is all that's going with me in the camper. So yeah, it'll be plenty of room for us. It's just not, of course, it doesn't have the big, large living room and all that. But we're going to take some of those fold-out Big Sam's tables, the big gray ones. I got a bunch of those chairs, and we're going to set up and put a table because we're on barbecue and stuff, and a lot of the people that are there helping, they're going to eat with us and hang out. And you're welcome to bring their dogs. I already told them, whatever, and as long as they don't bite. So we'll do that kind of stuff. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be a good search. I think we can cover a lot of ground. Our goal is in 7 days is to cover 40 miles. And in the different areas, but you know what I mean? Like a little 2 mile here, a 4 mile here. We want to search by those waterways, by the Ben Hill Road. We want to go west. We want to go east. We want to go south. We want to go north. There's some areas that we're breaking down. Plus, I'm utilizing some of the people that live in those areas that are going to help. They're telling me, hey, what about this spot, this spot? They're sending me GPS coordinates. I'm pulling maps on those areas. So who knows, by the time we get there, we might have a whole lot of them, right? Which will be amazing. But anyway, let me close out with Sebastian first. I feel I jumped right into summer, but I'm getting excited because we're going to be search. That's going to be a good 7-day search. That's going to be really good. That's why I'm so excited about it. And we are going to do a 4-day search. And for Sebastian, during those 4.5 weeks, we're going to do a 4 or 5 day search there. Plus, we got 3 other searches that we're going to do, and we'll fill y'all in later on when we get closer. But you know, the showman has to be found. And we know that Mama Bear, I call her Tinkerbell, she holds the answers, right? She does. We just want justice for Sebastian Rogers. That's what it's about. And we're going to continue to do what we do. Every shift off, we're going to try. What we're going to start doing is taking one of the cases that we're working on, and every one of my hits is off, we're going to go search for that particular person. We're going to kind of start switching it up to where we get a little bit for everyone. Because I do want to be able to film some more Suzanne Simpson searches, and I do want to film, our summer well searches this summer. And I'm going to go down there in a couple of weeks just for a day, just to kind of check out the area, get familiar with it, and then kind of see, okay, yeah, this could be a good area. That can kind of map it out. And we'll probably do a little searching when we're there. We're going to go search for Layla Setinellos, a couple of those Leslie girls. I got a buddy of mine that's searching for Nikki McCann right now. And we're just going to kind of spread it up a little bit, Little Zarin, or I have to think that's how you say his name, that's supposed to be by that school somewhere. We want to go check that area. Some other places, Lauren, the new case, and just so many more that we want to do. And I think it'll help, right? I think anytime you can search for anyone, it helps. Just to Emma Bum, just to try to get some answers, right? We'll go from there. But anyway, guys, Sebastian Rogers, we got to find this young man. And the truth, I feel, is coming. I think the arrests are coming soon. I do feel that way. I keep saying it, I know, since Christmas, but it's coming. Eventually, it's going to get here. I do believe that. I feel that in my heart that it's coming. Now, I just want to find him first. I think it would be great to find him first, but if not, we just have to keep searching after. But anyway, back to Summer Wells, little Summer, been missing a while now. And I think we know the answers lie within that family and the bad substance abuses and the dealing and the trafficking and all the stuff that's going on in those areas. It's pretty bad. So we can't imagine, but I still think she's somewhere close to that house. I don't think they could have got her that far away, because I do believe something happened at that house or at that water hole, in that vehicle, something. Uh-oh, we're losing our fire. Hold on, guys. Ooh, there we go. It'll pick up. I knew that big one's just starting to catch, so I know it'll go soon. But anyway, that search for Summer is coming up. I don't think she planted flowers, because those are cactus in most of that. I showed you all the photos of those planter pots. There's not any flowers in there really. I think that was just an excuse. I don't see a child vanishing in 2 minutes. And what always bugged me was the route they said she went right there. Her scent was the only spot that she wouldn't be seen from that where Candace was standing at that camper of her mother's. The only one little path that Summer could have taken out of all that land, the only one little path is the one she supposedly took to not be seen. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. That's them covering their tracks. She either took one of Summer's blankets or something and drug through them woods. She probably even carried her body to the road to Don. I don't know. Or to someone. But I think Candace made that trail there to Ben Hill Road, saying, okay, if we just make a trail here, then it'll look like she went to the road. And we're going to, but she picked the one spot. She knew when they looked at it from aerial or whatever, that she wouldn't be able to physically see Summer if she went that one little route. And that's the biggest red flag to me. Plus all the substances, they had just picked up something from the pharmacy. Like they just weren't, I always think people that are hooked on substances are weak people. They don't have a strong, I don't even know how to say it correctly, but their will is weak and they get hooked on these things and they can't get off. I'm not saying that makes them horrible people. I'm just saying it causes them to lie and then to forget things. And this is what I think this case is about. Either you forgot that child in that water or you forgot that child in that car because of what you were doing that you got from the pharmacy. That's why you forgot. You see where I'm getting at? And I think they just had to cover it up. They were too scared. And that's why they've got away with it, is because they did cover it up. They covered it up well because there's no cameras out there. So they could say anything they want to say. Like the red truck, like nobody even knew about it. No, because that wasn't one of them. But they were throwing everything at it. Like Katie was adding to the story. They were adding to the story, in my opinion. So, justice for little Summer Wells. I pray that somebody finds that little girl. I mean, we're going to do our part this summer, June. We're going to hit it, and we're going to search every day from daylight to dark. I don't care if it's raining, pouring, doesn't matter. We're searching. Because it won't be cold in the summer. It'll be hot there. We'll be able to go. I'm not worried about rain if I'm hot. We'll figure out a way to get the camera dry. If I have to take a little umbrella or something, we'll figure it out. But and we might even use drone footage to film with. I don't know yet. But, the answers lie somewhere within that family, to me. I think that grandma knows a whole lot. And I feel like, I think the detectives have worked everything they had to work, but they had nothing because there's nothing out there. Like if they had cameras at every gas station, at every traffic light, that's different. Like in the Coburg case, 5 cameras caught him leaving the campus. They don't have any cameras over there. They have nothing to catch anybody on. There's ways out of there that you'd have never been seen. You could have drove 100 miles before you were seen on a camera in that area, right? It could have went backwards. There's no telling. And we don't know how long. I mean, technically, someone was gone. Really, we just know what time they called. We don't know. Like, I would like to know when that picture was taken in that car. What time? Was that like at 2 o'clock? And then you call at 6:30 p.m.? Which, y'all know, I feel that the reason I'm doing these two together, I feel like Katie and them have copied everything the Welleses did. And if it is true that the Welleses are related to the Proudfoots, wow, that's even creepier. That's even creepier. But just to know that Chris even talked to Don, right? Supposedly, that's what they said. 2 times I think he spoke with Don. Like, it seems like these two, like, I don't know. They've gotten away with it so far. But I feel the answers eventually are going to come. And we don't know yet about them remains found. They are being awful, awful, awful quiet, guys. Think about it. They found those remains on Saturday morning at 7:30. They didn't tell us till Wednesday. They haven't given one people an update. That's it. Wednesday that's it. So that's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Boom. They put it out. Then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, nothing. You're talking today's a week. Not one peep. That's what's making me know. Is it? There's so many people in that area with Leilani, with all the other ones missing there. Summerwell. I think they would, if it was a young one, they would have known by the size. But then again, I don't know. Is it Sebastian? Is it Summer? Is it Leilani? Is it some of these other people? We know that woman, the one I thought it could be was that older lady, but Silver Alert, but she's been found, so I know it's not her now. She was found a couple of weeks ago, actually. So we know now that woman was discovered. So I don't know. And then where the remains were was weird to me because that was somewhere that doesn't seem to be traveled. It's burning on the other side. Yeah. Come on, baby. Burn up. There it goes. All right. But anyway, guys, prayers for, Sebastian Rogers and Summer Wells. Our searching's coming up soon. We're going to be on the road. We're going to be hitting it. We're going to do a Sebastian search again in 3 weeks to 4 weeks, 3 weeks from right now, because we got one place we're going the next hitch off, and then we'll be back. But we're going to search a different area this time. You think the Bigfoot den was creepy? Just wait till you see the next area we're going to. We just discovered it this time. We peeked at it. And it's way worse than... It's something that you could definitely put something there and nobody would ever discover it. Unless you just were searching a map and studying Google Earth so much that you found this little area, right? It's like a little cave area. And I think, Ruby will be fine with the caves. I'll be fine with the caves. It's just, as long as like the bats don't start flying out, I think Ruby will be fine. But we're gonna throw those little bomb thing, those little smoke things, you know, that you throw in the little caves. It's like a powdery substance that burns, and it's supposed to get any birds or anything out. So we're going to throw a couple of those in that cave first before we go in it, because it goes back about 190 feet. And I think it will be I think y'all love the video. So we're going to put a little drone car in there first with a camera and run it down as far as we can, and then we're going to check that drone part out, and then we're going to go in. I'm not just going to go in there blind, right? No. I mean, I would, but I'm not. We're going to kind of check out the entrance of it as far as we can get a little RC10 car with a camera on it back in there, right? And then see what it goes. And then, you know, we got that new hovercraft boat thing that, like, I can put in these culverts now, like where we found the Tinkerbell, our cat, you know, that we adopted. Like, we can put them in there and just kind of go. And then that way we can search some of these big culverts and things, like that big black culvert that's in that Bigfoot home area. Like, you know, and I'm allegedly just joking about Bigfoot, but you know what I mean? It looked like it because how big it was, and like a big door. And it was creepy there too. And it had a funny odor, like a musky smell, right? Like they say is Bigfoot. But anyway, y'all know how I feel about that. I'm not going to go Bigfoot hunting, but you know, if I had a real vetted picture of it, I might go Bigfoot hunting. But I'm not. I mean, why do I need to go look for Bigfoot? Well, I don't want to find something bigger than me, right? No. So I taking some shampoo and conditioner? Anyway, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. I just did an hour. I did another hour, 40 minutes almost. But, you know, we got a lot of searches coming up. So y'all guys be good, be safe. We love y'all guys. I know I'm rambling, but I'm losing the fire and I'm losing my voice. I was yelling too much in Tennessee. It's the water. I took bottled water, believe me. And that new electrolyte, like Gatorade stuff, that's what I've been drinking a lot when I'm out on the go now, because it does replenish. It's kind of like Pedialyte. But we're all losing our fire. So, you know, prayers for Sebastian Rogers, prayers for Summer Wells, prayers for all the missing. All the voices, they all need to be found, right? This is what we do. We do it because we care. I'm so glad to have y'all's support behind me. I appreciate each and every one of y'all guys more than y'all know. We love all y'all guys like family. So amazing. Y'all be good. Y'all be safe. Remember trigger warnings in all these videos, and allegedly, in my opinions, all these videos. But, you know, a lot of this that we talk about is facts that have been put out. So y'all know where I'm getting at on that. But anyway, y'all guys have a good night. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow, probably in the morning, because actually we got to go do two areas tomorrow. One was on a cold case from about a month and a half ago that we got to go back to. And maybe I'll be able to give y'all a little more information now, because I did get some stuff that I can talk about, a few things that we found out there. So then maybe I can post some of those pictures for y'all on the thumbnail. So we'll see y'all tomorrow for the search, and y'all guys be good. We love y'all guys, and y'all be safe. Prayers for all the missing, all the voiceless, all the runaways that run for a reason. Keep it up, guys. All right. We'll talk soon. Bye.